Good morning Year 3 and welcome to today's maths video. I've got this slide for today. I don't normally have these, but I've got it just to remind you to look out for this logo. So this logo is for Upload Me tasks. They are the tasks that have been carefully selected for you to upload to your Purple Mash folder. So please look out for them and make sure that when you have completed that is uploaded to your Purple Mash folder, please. So let's have a look at today's learning. Now, first of all, is your fluent in 5. Please pause the video and have a go if you have not already, because I will be going through the answers in a second. So these are the fluent in 5 problems if you've not got them. So if you haven't had a chance to have a go yet, please pause the video so you can see them and have a go. So I'm going to be going through the answers. You've got time to pause because I've got a little slide saying answers. So you've got time. You're warned, they're coming. Okay, hopefully you've managed to pause it. So let's look at the answers for today's fluent in 5. Now this one has got a little to be done mentally next to it. That is because you should be able to count on by 4 hundreds, because you're not adding any tens or any ones, it's just 4 hundreds. So if you start at 182 and count on 4 hundreds, you will get 582. Now B, now I don't expect you to know your 23 times table, so we can use a bar or a representation to help us. I've turned this round into 4 times 23 because I find it easier to draw 4 groups of 23 than 23 groups of 4. Either way, I'd get the same answer. So here I've represented 2 10s and 3 1s to make 23, and I've done that 4 times. If I count my 1s, I know that I've got 12 1s. Then if I count my 10s, I've got 8 10s in total. Now 8 10s is also 80. So then if I do 80 add 12, I get 92. So the answer is 92. Question C. Now we're looking for half of 30. Now, you may know already that to do this, you just divide 30 by 2. But if you don't, I want you to look carefully. Look, if you have a cake and you eat half of that cake, you cut it into 2 pieces and you eat 1/2. Now that's the same with the number essentially. I'm cutting my number into 2 equal pieces and looking at one of those pieces. So I make my 2 parts and I share my 30 equally until I've used all of them. And that leaves me with 15 in each part. And then need to look at one of them to find one of the 2 parts, and that is 15. So I know that half of 30 is 15. For D, I've got 358 add 648. So with this one, it would have been really good if you had done the formal column addition. So hopefully you laid it out like that. Then 8 add 8 is 16. That is 6 1s and 1 10. 5 add 4 add 1 is 10. Now this is the tens column, so I've actually got 5 10s, add 4 10s, add 1 10. And that gives me 10 10s. And I know that 10 10s can be regrouped into 100. If I then add my 300s to my 600s, I get 900. And if you add one more 100 onto 900, you end up with 1000. So I need to regroup into 1000. Now I've got no thousands here to add, so I just put the 1 in. So that means the answer is 100 and 1006. So let's look at today's learning. Today we are looking to learn to add and subtract amounts of money. There's going to be lots of bar models for this because some of the problems are 2-step problems. Now, as always, I'd really like if you could have a go first, and then hopefully my video will help you either if you're struggling or to know the answers. So Ruby has £27. Her grandmother gives her £15 more. She then spends £19. How much money does Ruby have left? These 2 bars represent the 2 different steps because I have to do 2 things to work out the answer to this problem. The first thing I need to do is work out how much money Ruby had altogether, because she had £27, but then she was given £15 more. So I need to put those 2 amounts together to work out how much she's got now. So this part represents how much money she had. This part represents how much money her grandmother gave her. And if I add them together, 27 add 15, I get 42. So I know that she has £42 all together. Then, once I know that she's got £42 altogether, I'm able to take away the amount she spends, and that leaves me with how much she has left over. So I do 42, take away 19. Now you may be able to do that mentally because 19 is very close to 20, but let's look at how to do it with the formal method. So I can't have 2 1s and take away 9, so I regroup my 4 10s into 3 10s, and then I now have 12 1s. 12 take away 9 is 3. 3 take away 1 is 2. So I know that she has £23 left. So Ruby has £23 left. Well done if you got that right. Let's look at the next one. So Jack has £168. Maya has £75 more than Jack. Farah has £300. How much more money does Farah have than Maya? Now again, there's 2 steps. Step number 1 is you need to work out how much Maya has got. Then once you know how much Maya has got, you can compare her and Farah's amounts. So I know that Jack has £168. I know that Maya has £75 more than Jack. So I can make Maya's bar longer than Jack's. I know that this amount is the same as Jack's, so that represents the same amount, 168. And this amount is the amount more than she has, and that is £75. Now to work out how much she's got in total, I add those 2 amounts together. Jack's amount plus how much more Maya has. 8 add 5 is 13. Regroup the 110. 6 add 6 is 13. 6 add 7 is 13. Add 1 more is 14. Now it's 14 tens, so that is a regrouped 100. And then 100 added the regrouped 100 is 200. So I know that Maya actually has £243 because we did Jack's amount plus the amount more she had, and that gave us 243. What next? Well, the next step is to work out how much more Farah has than Maya. Now we know that Farah has £300, and we also know that is more than Maya because Maya's amount we just worked out was 243. So Farah's got a longer bar, and her longer bar is worth 300 in total. This is Maya's bar, and we know her bar is now worth 243 because that's how much she had. So this part here is the how much more Farah's got than Maya. It's how much bigger Farah's bar is than Maya's bar. And in order to do that, we have to take away the amount Maya had to leave us with the amount more. So we start off at 300 and we subtract 243. Now there's double regrouping there, so I'm going to show you an alternative method. I'm going to do a number line to find out the difference between 243 and 300. So I'm going to start at 243. I'm aiming to get to 300. And this is the difference between the two numbers. This is this bit. So I'm going to add 7 first because I know that's a number bond to 10, and that takes me to 250. Then I can do a really nice big jump of 50 more because I know that if I add 50 to 250, I get to the next 100. So look, it's 57 in total. I know that that amount is worth 57. Now, if you don't believe me, it was that simple, let's check it up here. Now I've got 0 1s, I can't take away 3. Can't regroup from the 10s yet because there are none. So my 300s becomes 200s, and one of my 100s becomes 10 10s. 10 10s then can become 9, and my 1 extra 10 that I've just regrouped over here turns into 10 1s. 10 1s take away 3 is 7, 9 take away 4 is 5, and 2 take away 2 is 0. So look, 57. So I know that how much more Farah has than Maya is £57. Well done if you got that right. Sorry, I keep having to check that the iPad's still in line. Just filmed this and half of it was missing by the end, so I keep checking. So the third one that I'm going to model and do with you, then the final page is the upload me page. I'm not going to go through any of that because again I want you to have a go completely independently and upload it to show us what you can do and what you may be finding tricky, and we can help you with a little bit more. So Ella has 95p. She has 20p less than her brother. How much money do Ella and her brother have all together? Again, my little two-step word problem alarm is going off. There are two things to do. First thing to do, work out how much her brother's got, and then I can add her and her brother's amounts together. So Ella has a bar that is 95p. Now we know that she has less than her brother, so that means her bar is shorter because she has less. So this is her brother's bar. Now, I don't know how much her brother has got yet, but I know that she has 20p less than him. So I know that his bar is 20p longer. In order to find out his amount, I need to add her amount and the 20p more. And that leaves me with 115 pence. So I now know that her brother has 115 pence. Well, how much have they got all together? Well, then I add Maya and her brother's amounts together. So I add her 95p to his 115. And that gives me in total 210. Now, what's really cool is if you converted that and you said that they actually had £2.10 all together. So well done if you got that one right. Now Maya has £450. She has £18 less than Hardeep. Hardeep spends £226 on a tent. How much does he have left? Now that sounds like it's millions of steps, but I promise you it is not. First step, find out how much money Hardeep has. Second step, find out how much he has after he has spent some. So I know that Maya has £450. That's her bar. Now Hardeep has, Maya has £18 less than Hardeep. That means Hardeep has £18 more. So her bar is shorter and his bar is longer. Now, I don't know yet the amount Hardeep has, but I know that he does have £18 more than Maya, because I know that Maya has £18 less than him. So look, now if I put those two together, I find out that he actually has 468, because I'm adding 110 and 8 ones to 450. Now I know he's got that, he can go shopping. So he had that amount before he went shopping. He then spends this amount. This amount is how much he spends. So this amount here is what he has left. Now I know how much he spends. He spends £226. So if I remove the 226 from the amount he had, I'm left with what he had once he'd finished shopping. So he went into the shop with £468. He spent 226 of those pounds. How much has he got left? 8 take away 6 is 2. 6 take away 2 is 4. And 4 take away 2 is 2. So when he leaves the shop, he has £242. So I really hope you're okay with the ones that you need to upload. Don't panic. It's not a test. It's just have a go, see what you can do, and then upload it so your teacher can see how you're getting on. Then if you need more help, I can either make more videos or we can sort something out. So I hope that's okay, and I'll see you soon.